Hey folks, Fernando doing another video for the Modern Survivalist, and in this case, yes, something every freedom-loving American should probably consider getting as of right now, especially given how things are these days. This is an envelope that works like a Faraday cage, blocking the signal of your cell phone. Why is it that you want to have one of these? Because we're seeing a rise in authoritarianism all over the world, and we've seen how so many people got accused of things that they had no involvement with during the very much peaceful protests of January 6th in the Capitol, simply because their phones were pinging them in that location. So it's really sad that we have to think of it this way, but unfortunately it is what it is. Now, you should not stop protesting peacefully whenever you have the chance. You should not stop supporting freedom and liberty whenever you get the opportunity. Look at how the Canadian truckers and the Canadians in general are making their voices heard. And you see dictators and authoritarians like Trudeau trying to blame these people as if they're extremists or white supremacists or Nazis or whatever nasty name he can think of, and that's the kind of thing that the government will end up doing as well. And this is not limited to Canada, it is not limited to the United States. If there's one thing we've learned these last couple of years, is that governments really like the idea of flexing that muscle, that authoritarian muscle, whenever they get the chance. So anyone that is participating of any demonstration in favor of freedom and liberty, you're unfortunately likely to end up needing something like this. The way it works is you simply throw it in there and it's going to be blocking your signal. And this is going to be avoiding that uncomfortable conversation of, what were you doing there? I have the phone pinging you in that location and you were just a yard away from this person of interest that we have. And that's very unfair, because I mean, you may be sitting in a bus, in a plane, or in a train, maybe an hour right next to someone that you don't even know, right? Just being close to someone means nothing. But it's often more than enough for them to make these outrageous accusations to a number of people. And you don't even know if it's real or not, you know. But they do know, because of your tracking device, that you were standing right there, okay? If you can, protect yourself from that with something like this. Leaving the phone home, that's always an option, but you're depriving yourself from one of your more useful and valuable tools. So instead of doing that whenever you're participating in a demonstration in favor of freedom and liberty and against tyranny, you just make sure it's covered by doing like so. Very easy to check. I'll leave the links below. These usually work quite well. Anything that has good reviews and it's easy enough to verify that it's working correctly. Something similar on the same line, I have this blocking card. It's blocking the NFC signal from your card, and this is going to be helping avoid all of those, you know, maybe an unintentional payment, or a lot more likely the theft of your information. A scanner approach with a bag, with a suitcase, you don't even see it, but it's just close enough to steal your information. The car is then cloned and your money is stolen from your account. You avoid that by having one of these. These are cheap. I think this is like $9-10, somewhat similar for the Faraday cage envelope. And the same goes for your passport. It's been the case of people that have their information stolen from their passports, and again, the information stolen, that copied, and people suffering identity theft because of that information that was scanned. So you could keep your passport in one of these, or maybe one of these works for your passport as well, or keeping both here in the envelope. That's going to be a good choice. Whenever you don't want to be tracked anymore, throw it in there, and that's that. Guys, if you're interested in this sort of thing, you probably want to check out my books, Street Survival Skills, which is full of practical information, security tips, and general practical prepping advice, as well as Modern Survival Manual, Surviving the Economic Collapse, and Bugging Out and Relocating. All of these available in Amazon, following the links below, as well as the Faraday cage envelope and the blocking card. See you next time. Have an awesome day. Take care, folks.